What's going on, everybody? It's RF Mike, and it has been a little over 24 hours that I have had the LG V30. Again, this is the Verizon variant. It is the silverback. I've heard that AT&T actually does sell it in the black backing, but if you really want to change the color of it, I say just get a skin or wait to get an unlocked model would probably be another option as well. But anyway, after 24 hours here, I want to go over my thoughts so far about the V30. Some things that have caught my attention, things that I was anticipating, things that surprised me, and deals that are going on as well. So, first off, thing to note is if you buy this through Verizon for a limited time, they are giving you a $200 Visa gift card when you get the V30. It is, of course, through rebate. You got to fill out everything online, send in all the information, and then once everything's reviewed, you'll get accepted. And Verizon or the partner promotion company that's going with it will send you the rebate gift card. And you also get the new Daydream 2 headset as well. So that is another site that you have to visit. Do the same thing, punch in information showing that you purchased the device, and possibly upload things, whether it's copies of receipts and whatnot, and they will ship you out a Daydream 2 headset. Now, as of recording this video, I have not even gotten a chance to see if these promotions are active. I mean, they should be. We're a day later now since the phone's launched, because the phone did launch on Thursday, and it is Friday night right now, so hopefully all that stuff's good. I'm going to give it a shot. But let's get into the other items on my list. So first off, when it comes to the build quality of this device, the feel in hand is amazing, like 100% amazing. It is a night and day difference between the V20 and the V30 here on how this feels in your hand when you hold it. It does not feel as, how should I put it? It does not feel as fragile as the Samsung Galaxy S8, but it is also not as tall as the Note 8. And we all know this screen is a 6-inch I want to say plastic. It's an OLED display by LG versus Samsung uses their AMOLED panels. And the Note 8 is an actual 6.3, so you get that 0.3 of an inch more of display. And of course, the bezels that are added on. Yeah, that thing feels huge, like just tall. This does not have that feeling to it. This is kind of in between what you would have with the Note, the S8 Plus and the S8. It just fits right there in that right spot. It's a good feeling in hand. But like I said, it is definitely a big departure going from the aluminum aircraft V20 metal feel in hand to a nice metal rail that you are holding in your hand, and nicely curved. Well done, LG. You guys did a great job with this, with the feel. Now, when it comes to durability, we'll see how well this holds up. I have not found any bumpers right now. As of the moment, I have not found any manufacturers that are making bumpers. And yes, on the top, we do not have an IR blaster anymore, like I added on the last video. That is gone. We have just our AOP microphone on the top and then a secondary one on the bottom. I do not think this unit has a third one, unlike the V20. I believe that had 3. This one is down to 2. But hey, there's a ton of other things that have been added in that definitely make this worthwhile. So one other thing I wanted to mention is that the LG V series phones and the G series phones are officially the only US usable, as in they have the correct bands inside to connect to US networks. They're the only US usable high-end smartphones that have been made this year that actually have quad DACs and a DAC with headphone jacks that do not run on a Type-C connector, that don't need adapters. The only other phone that came out with a headphone jack this year was the Note 8 and the S8 and S8 Plus. Both the new Pixels and the new iPhones are still staying away from the headphone jacks, so it's becoming more of a legend adapter or a Legend input or output. I really do hope LG continues the quad DACs and the headphone jacks, because that definitely is a nice feature to have on the phone. And for audio wise, I have noticed a difference on the V30's audio, listening to a few songs today and podcast wise, but song wise, I definitely picked up some more background instruments that I had not heard through the V20 or the V10. Now, when it comes to the dual camera setups and how LG is playing things, they are doing amazing. They are still the only manufacturer that is doing an actual full-blown wide-angle lens along with a good standard lens together. And I like that we are up to a 13 megapixel wide angle and that we have a 16 megapixel main sensor on this. So no other US manufacturers are doing that at the moment. So again, that is one spot that LG is kind of holding their own, and they're in their own category. Now, when it comes to the camera's zoom ability, and I'm not talking the point and zoom where you can focus on one thing and zoom into it. I'm talking about just your normal zoom abilities. The shutter button on this actually serves as your tighten and widen. Compared to when we actually had our secondary display, we were able to use that, but now you can zoom in or out using your shutter button. And I will say one thing you get a feel of as well is when you're doing this zoom in or out with it, you actually feel the vibration from the vibration motor, and it's just a satisfying feeling. It's like if you had an old dial or a turn wheel to do it with instead. So yeah, to me that's one cool touch that LG added in that I really like this time. Oops, and I just took a picture using our volume buttons, which you still can do. So the last couple things I want to mention here about the LG V30, when it comes to the SIM card slot here, this is serving as your micro SD card slot as well. And when you pull the tray out, it actually it is all on the same side. It's all facing you. You'll see your Verizon SIM or whatever SIM card you're using with the logoing and badging facing up towards you. Gold contacts will be facing down, and the SIM card's sitting facing upward, and then your micro SD card goes facing inward with your brand and all that on top where it's all visible. And my last kind of bullet point I want to mention on this is about the battery life. So I started off at turning this on at 6 a.m. this morning, and I went all the way until about 4 o'clock hour when I came home today. And I had topped it off only 2 times really, once before we left the house and then let it drain again. Then I topped it off just a little bit ago, right before I started this video, just to make sure I had some decent battery life. But still, when I got home, I was down to about I was down a little lower than I am now. So I was in the mid 60s, and then topping it off just a little bit for like 10 minutes got us through another 20% and back down to the high 60s now. But it's already, like it shows here, 10 o'clock at night. So this has done well for the first day used to your routine. So that will be it for this video and my first thoughts of the 24 hours later on what I'm thinking about the LG V30. And the next video I do want to make is I'd like to definitely do a video about the camera's abilities, give you guys some photo samples, some video samples, and see what you guys think if you're still on the fence about the V30. It is definitely, the wide angle lens is definitely a one-of-a-kind feature. So hang on and wait for that if you really are wanting to check this out. Let me know in the comment section down below how interested you are. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you all in the next video.